Hello kids and welcome to this EE tutorial. I've gone ahead and taken the liberty to create a little 1v1 against the AI, and to start off this tutorial I'd like to talk about some basic controls and hotkeys. The first hotkey I'd like to talk about is H. H deals with your capital. When you press it, it will select the capital and center it on the screen. Say I'm down in another part of the map and I press it, bam, right back to the beginning. In the capital, you have a couple options you can do. You can make citizens, buy upgrades, you can buy dogs, and you can buy heroes along with random other stuff that comes up with the ages. The next hotkey I'd like to talk about is Tab. When you press it, it'll select the first idle citizen. If you press it again, you guessed it, selects the next one. From here, you can press Shift and Tab, and it'll select multiple idle citizens. If they are working, it won't select them. Let's see. Another one is F11. When you press it, a little clock in the upper right-hand corner will come up and tell you what time it is. Chat, simple, press Enter. You can select between allies, all, enemies, and custom. Custom, you can click the little hands and deselect people that you don't want to talk to. You will see a flashing crown in the bottom right hand corner. This is your custom civilization creator. When you click it, it'll bring up a civilization creator in which you can select upgrades. This is a huge part of your strategy and you really need to spend a good amount of time creating it. But for this tutorial, we're just going to do a basic swords civilization. So we're going to go down to infantry and swords, and the two basic ones that most people get is cost reduction and build time decrease. So I'm going to go ahead and select those. You can also get a couple of other ones. You got the points for it. So I'll just do hit points and attack. And for swords, you need iron and food. So we're going to go up to the economy part of the civilization builder. We're going to get iron mining, and you will see farming and hunting and foraging. I'd suggest farming because you can build farms throughout the game. Hunting and foraging, you gotta find animals, or you gotta have a food patch, and you only get one food patch in your area. So it's not going to support you for that long. So I'm going to go with farming. Now we still have 41 points left. So I'm going to get cost reduction on buildings, which will make them a lot less expensive. And still got 30 left, so I'm just going to go down. Get some speed on the swords. You don't have enough to get the last. So I'm just going to get some spears upgrades. And we'll just go with infantry range. Now when you're done with this, just click the confirm purchases and exit, or the big check mark. Now we're ready to start making our army. But first we need to gather some resources. So using the hotkeys that we learned at the beginning of this tutorial, we're going to press Shift and Tab, select 6 citizens, and find the closest iron mine. You right click on it to have them go mine it. You can only have 6 at a mine, or a food patch, or a tree, any resource really, except for farms. They can support 8 citizens. Now we need them to be able to easily deposit the resources that they gather in a relatively fast manner. So we're going to go ahead and press N, which is settlement, and put it directly next to the iron mine so they don't have to walk anywhere to deposit it. I'm going to repeat this process. I think I selected 7 there. And we're going to send them up to that iron mine. Now we still have 8 left. Yes. I'm going to select 4 of them, send them to food for right now, select 2 of them, build a barracks, deselect them, get another 2, build another barracks, Okay, so once you got your barracks created, we're going to take these citizens and have them go chop down some trees because we hate the environment. This food or this wood that we're gathering will later on be used either to build more barracks or to build a farm to get more food. And to have economic growth, you're going to need more citizens. So we're going to press H and press C, and that will create 1 citizen. Or you can press Shift and C, which will create another 5 citizens. We want them to come out and chop down trees right away, so we can right-click on a tree patch, and that will send them directly to the tree. That didn't work. There we go. Redo that. You gotta see the yellow circle around it. Okay, so now that we have a growing economy, what we need to do is start building our army. So we're going to double click on the barracks, which will select all of them that are in your screen. And we're going to press S, which is swords. And we're going to create a spawn point by right clicking. And we can just use all of our resources on getting some swords here. So we're going to have 28 coming out soon. Now, you may notice these boxes down here at the bottom. This is your inventory bar, where you can store buildings and units and any type of object down here that you want to be able to select fast, like, say, the Capitol. So, if you double-click them, get everything that you want to put into one grouping, and then just click on one of the boxes, and it'll put it down there. Now, to quickly select this, you'll press 1 for the first box, 2 for the second, so on and so forth. This is very handy when you're down in the other side of the map battling and you need to create some more swords. You just press 1 and press S. You haven't moved the screen, but you just made more swords. Or if you double press it, it'll center the barracks on the screen. You can also do this with your army. Select them all, put them down there. Say I can move them over there. If I accidentally deselect them, just hit 2, and I can move them again. Okay, so now we got an army, but we're kind of lacking in the food department, as we have 911 iron compared to 128 food. Now, I can easily use up the rest of the food and still have a ton of iron left. So we're going to use these citizens that were getting wood, send them back to the capital to drop off all their resources, and we're going to press J, which creates a farm. Now, when next to a food patch, they act as a settlement, but only for food. So we're going to place it directly next to the food patch, and they will build this farm. Like I said earlier, you can have 8 citizens per farm, but since one of the farmlands is taken up by this food patch, you can only have 7 at the moment. But this will run out, and then you'll be able to build another farm there. On the farm, you can upgrade it to get faster gathering by just clicking that. And that basically concludes this tutorial. I hope you have a peachy day.